Many have wondered how the 12 apostles of Jesus died. The apostles went far and wide as heralds of the message of the risen Christ. They suffered greatly for their faith and in most cases met violent deaths. 1. Simon Peter. According to church tradition, Peter was killed by Emperor Nero around 64 AD, after the Great Fire of Rome, which he famously blamed Christians for starting. Peter was crucified upside down, because he didn't consider himself worthy of dying the same death as Jesus. 2. Andrew. Peter's brother Andrew allegedly suffered a similar death. Andrew was martyred by crucifixion in the Greek city of Patras around 60 AD. Like his brother, Peter, Andrew didn't consider himself worthy to die in the same way as Jesus. And so he was bound, not nailed to a cross which was hung in an X shape instead of a T. James. Saint James was the first of Jesus' apostles to die for following him, and he's one of the only 2 apostles whose death is recorded in the Bible. He was executed with a sword. We read about his death in Acts 12, 1-2. 4. John. John is traditionally regarded as the only apostle to die of old age. Tertullian, a Christian writer from the late 2nd and early 3rd century, wrote that before the Romans banished John, they brought him into a Colosseum and dunked him in a vat of boiling oil. When he emerged unharmed, the entire Colosseum converted to Christianity. 5. Supposedly converted a proconsul's wife, which angered the proconsul enough to have him and Bartholomew. While hanging there, Philip preached, and the crowd was moved to release them. He told them to free Bartholomew, but not to take him down. 6. Bartholomew. Some sources simply say he was martyred, while others say he was skinned alive and beheaded. One source says he was flayed with knives. Flayed can mean to simply peel skin off, but it can also reference skin being removed because of severe beating or whipping. 7. Thomas. Syrian Christian tradition specifies Thomas was martyred in Mylapore on July 3, 72 AD, noting that he was killed with a spear. 8. Matthew. He became a missionary and was arrested in Ethiopia. It was there that he was staked or impaled to the earth by spears and then beheaded. 9. James. And James the son of Alphaeus, when preaching in Jerusalem, was stoned to death by the Jews, and was buried there beside the temple. 10. Jude. Jude was in Armenia when he was crucified and shot with arrows some 45 years, give or take a few, after Christ's death. 11. Simon the Zealot. He was a missionary in Africa, and then England, where he was crucified around 74 AD. 12. Judas Iscariot. Besides James, Judas Iscariot is the only apostle whose death is recorded in the Bible. He committed suicide shortly after betraying Jesus. So Judas threw the money into the temple and left. Then he went away and hanged himself. Matthew 27:5.